Heathrow is the busiest airport in the UK and Europe. It's in the top 5 airports globally. It's the only hub airport for the UK. It's running at full capacity, pretty well all its normal planned opening hours. So to have it out of action for 24 hours is a massive impact for aviation, massive impact for the UK economy. We see particular impact from long-haul flights, which are already on their way to Heathrow and had to divert back to either their points of origin or numerous other airports. So some in the UK, some in Europe, some much further afield. Even if the airport opens, hopefully by the end of Friday, that there will be impact running on several days, because once aircraft are grounded somewhere away from their normal operation, they are stuck there with the crews operating the flights, and of course the customers, until those crews have been able to have the legally required rest periods. And if the planes are not back, they can't do their follow-on flights, which means that we get cancellations in the days ahead. And I would hope that most, if not all, passengers would have got where they're due to get, with some days delay that could be contained within a week. But it depends what happens if the airport does reopen, and given there are so many moving parts, so many pieces to this jigsaw, that we really can't be precise as yet, particularly as we're moving towards the spring and flights are getting busier. If this was January or February, maybe there would have been more space to rebook people, but there won't be that same opportunity currently. Of course, there's the process of managing air traffic control in and out of the airport, the safe manoeuvring of aircraft around the complex, check-in systems, baggage systems, aircraft flight planning, crew registration. I could just come up with an enormously long list. And those systems are not used only by the airport itself, and it's the airport that has made the decision to close. They're used by the airlines, by suppliers and business partners. I think this is comparable in some ways with the Icelandic volcanic eruption, which brought traffic, particularly Europe, but many long-haul flights, of course, coming to Europe to a standstill when that occurred for about a week. It didn't happen maybe quite as suddenly, because there was an evolution, and of course it depended on what actual emissions were happening with the volcano. I think maybe the better parallel is when the 9/11 terror attacks happened, because that led to an almost instantaneous closing of US airspace. I think the costs, again, are imprecise at the moment, but will certainly run into millions of pounds, dollars, euros, whatever currency you choose to pick. Who actually picks up the bill or parts of it remains to be seen, because it will be a complex discussion and a heavy discussion, certainly between the airport, the airlines, the electricity providers, the insurance companies, and of course nobody will want to accept responsibility if it's possible not to, but certainly that will be part of the big process which is going to follow the events of today.